fact, I think I forgot to put I think I need to live. So hopefully this is better and not so choppy. I'm just waiting to see if anybody pops in. I apologize about that. So let's see. Just waiting. Oh, there we go. Oh, it sounds great. Much better. I'm hoping. Aunt Lynn, much better. Please tell me that's what's going on. Oh, good. Good. I think I know the problem, so I fixed it. So thank you to everybody um, who had said that the chat was not the best. I'm going to go back and I'll delete that video here in a little bit. Um, so thank you so much for coming back in and hanging out. And I apologize about the sound. Um, yeah, I think I know the problem and we had to fix it. So anyhow, what I was saying was I have my voice back and I had the sickness that was going around and and I lost my voice, which is why I have just taken a hiatus from YouTube and from the channel as much as possible, was just to let my voice take a break and heal. And I've got it back. I sound like myself again, don't I? I don't sound like I um, don't think I've ever lost my voice for more than a week, and this was 3 weeks that I had lost my voice. So I am better. Yay! I had to do a mail call and a giveaway with Gale Southern Living, and I felt so bad about that voice coming across. I just wasn't feeling my best. So anyhow, I have been supporting it with elderberry syrup and mint teas and lemon balm and all that good stuff. And we got it back. So, yay! Yay. So, anyhow, I want to know how everybody was doing. I hope you had a wonderful day today. I can't believe it's Thursday. This week has just flown, and it's been a wonderful week. And yeah, so I'm just curious, how are you guys doing? Are you guys ready for the weekend? I know I am. Um, my husband and I went to a U Pick farm, a local one, and we picked grapes. So, in the next day or so, we are going to be making grape juice. We were supposed to do it today, but we had a couple other errands we had to deal with. So, I need to do that. Oh, you volunteered and then visited with my grandmother. Let me tell you something. I've got this awesome grandmother who she is a spitfire. I love her to pieces. So I hope you had a great time, and I know she enjoyed seeing you, Aunt Lynn. And yeah. Oh, canning tomatoes. Ooh, I love canning. I have some tomatoes in my freezer and I just I cored them and then I went ahead and did the X in them and then just been slashing them into the freezer. And I've got to do that. I got a bunch of tomatoes I got to deal with. So what did you make with your tomatoes? I am up for suggestions for what I can do with the rest of these. I have made some salsa, ketchup, bourbon barbecue sauce that ended up tasting more like ketchup. I've done stewed tomatoes. I did something else. Oh, I made soup with them. Yes. Yes, welcome, welcome. Um, so I don't know what to do with mine, and I could use suggestions with the rest of these tomatoes. I have enough to do one more batch of something, and they just kind of all came in. For those who don't know, I had tomato again this year. I We have a community garden, and so it was me and a neighbor that, oh, you just can them and make something else later. Okay. So me and a neighbor were sharing a plot, and it's a community. I have a garden in my backyard too, so I garden like all over the place. Anyhow, my neighbor moved out and completely left his garden, and it became a beg to take the produce out of the garden. I mean, everybody in the neighborhood, please come and get this because there's no way I can eat all this. And it got to a point where he had a whole lot of tomatoes, and it's not a complaint, but it was like, what do you do with all these? Like, they just kept coming in and kept coming in. And I just got to the point where I couldn't keep up with it. I was canning and freeze drying, and then it was just like eating fresh and then passing it out to everybody. One of my other neighbors came down, her and her husband, and they were taking tomatoes all the time. They have a farm, so they were getting produce too for their animals. What they couldn't eat, they were giving off because it was just so much. And so, yeah, I just ended up getting to a point where I threw a whole bunch in my freezer, and now I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of these tomatoes. So, yeah, anyhow, but I've got just a little bit more of canning, and I'm just trying to figure out. I'm thinking on making some tomato soup. Last year, I made some for the first time, and it would be better than, I'm not going to say the brand name, but it tasted better than the big commercial brand name. Oh, thank you so much. The Mod Father is in, or the yeah, Mod Father. I want to make sure I said that right. Yes, thank you so much for dropping those links. I appreciate that, Jesse. So anyhow, well, now that I got my voice back, I have received 3 packages, and I need to open them. I went ahead and I cut them open, but I haven't actually looked at them. The first one is from Indiana Backyard Gardener, and she sent me some lemon balm seeds. I'm so excited. I won these, and I love lemon balm, and this is actually what I drank to get over my sore throat, and thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then, let's see here. The next one I got was an Amazon package. So let me see here. See if there's any names or no, there's no name. Okay. Oh, I know what this is for. I won this. This is from the cook-off challenge that we're doing. Hey, Ronnie, welcome. And I won brown sugar barbecue rub. And the cook-off is being hosted by Kettle Kitchen, Hendrickson Family Farm, and 9 Acre Family Farm. So if you haven't had a chance to go check them out, go check them out. So that's what I won. I made a comment on, I'm not sure whose video it was under off the top of my head. I apologize. But I made a comment, and then they selected me at their giveaway. So I'm really excited about that. All right. And then this package is from Life with Belinda and Chuck. And I know that I won it. They had a giveaway. Oh, this is so awesome. Okay. So, I won a tumbler, and then right here is the straw, and then the little pipe cleaner to clean it. Check this out. Hello! I love travel mugs, and that is one good travel mug. It's not little. I mean, like, okay, look. Here's my glass of water. There you go. This is so nice. I love the little details on it too. That is beautiful. I love your logo. Look at that. So thank you so much to everybody. Thank you. Thank you. So anyhow, um, yes. So anyhow, let's see, fun for me because you had to ask for it when you watched our Twisted Pork video. Oh, that was from you. Ah, I am so embarrassed and so sorry, Jesse. That was so. Thank you to Jesse and Lisa. I apologize. Thank you for keeping me straight. Leave it to me. I was sick. I apologize. I'll get it together. This is from Jesse and Lisa. Thank you. Thank you. I know. Oops. Oops. So, well, I'm embarrassed. I'm turned red. Look at me. The Mod Father. I messed up. Anyhow, so that I guess I'll go ahead and give you an update on the girls since I'm not out with them. They're doing fine. When I'm talking about my hens, I'm usually out with the crazy chickens because I am that crazy chicken lady. I did have to go ahead and we brought yeah, duh. I had to bring in Miss Coco. She is in broody jail, as we like to call it. She has gone broody, and the weather has changed and it has gotten cooler, and the girl has decided that she wants to be a mama and sit on her eggs. Oh, sometimes I think that chicken just wants attention because I will go and visit with her and take her treats and let her out and all that good stuff. And I think she kind of likes the one-on-one attention. But there's a video I did on Instagram. I don't know if anybody has seen it, but it's with Gracie when she was broody. And it's something about like, I just want to be alone because I like to be by myself and talk to myself. And they swear that's what my chickens are up to. They just want to be alone, you know. And Coco is my silly drama girl. So, yeah, so she's in broody jail right now. I'm hoping that this is the last one for the year because the temperatures are getting colder. And so this is how I feel. You know, hi, all that fluff and stuff. Welcome, welcome. So anyhow, but these girls this year have probably been the most broodiest. And I ended up with all three of my astrolorps going broody for the first time this season. They were not that way. I've had them I'm going on 3 years. And so my astrolorps never went broody until this year. And all three of them went. So it's just been constant dealing with these girls. And yeah, I'm hoping this is ending with Coco. So stay tuned for the drama with Coco and all things chickens. I have to remove her and Midnight. She's my smallest bird. They are absolutely the meanest when they're broody to the other girls. They literally will run them out of the coop and they won't let anybody to lay eggs. So yeah, this is for somebody who's never grown up with chickens. This is my first flock. This has just been a lot of fun and a huge learning experience and a lot of laughs because I mean it's something else. Well, welcome everybody that just came in. Welcome. So I think I'm going to go ahead and figure out how to drop a link if anybody wants to come in. Let me see here. But now the thing is that I have to see you on camera before you come in. So I'm just going to drop it. So if anybody wants to join, you are welcome to come on in. So anyhow, oh, let's see here. I did not mean to. Oh, there we go. Oh, I did. I'm learning Restream. I apologize. Good day, good day. So anyhow, but gardening season is just about over, and I am so happy. All I have to do now is plant up my garlic. I've taken everything out. So tomato geddon is gone. I've taken over both sides of the garden. So next year my garden is doubling in size. Um, so we are preparing that bed for the winter. I've got to go out and put some cover crops down. We're going to put winter rye, a radish, and something else. I don't remember. I've got it downstairs. So we're going to do that for the winter. And I'm just going to plant the garlic, and we are done for the year. I've put up so much for the winter that I want. And I still have tomato again to deal with in the freezer. But yeah, so that's been going well. And the girls are good. So we've been doing that. I've got to start getting ready for Christmas presents. I'm going to be making some soaps. Sorry, Aunt Lynn. You get to know little secrets. I guess that's because you're in the chat. But I'm going to be making some soaps for Christmas. I got to get that going pretty soon. So I'll probably do a video on that. And then I've got a few other little ideas for Christmas, but I'm not going to say here. Since Aunt Lynn is in the chat, for those who don't know, Aunt Lynn lives an hour down the road. And so we get to see each other at Christmas time. So anyhow, but yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. Are you guys getting your gardens cleaned up, or are you guys getting ready? Hey, we've got a guest. Are you ready to come in? All right. Hey, Jesse, welcome.
Okay, now this is all new to me. I've never done Restream, so I'm all confused over here.
Well, welcome. Hi, Lisa. How are you guys?
Good.
Yeah, you know Lisa.
I know Lisa. This is the first time you guys have been on my channel.
Yeah, well, we follow you, but the thing is we just I'm mod for like over, I want to say 120 channels, so it's like, wow.
You are the mod father.
Yeah. So when I get a chance to jump on, this is the first time I've seen your at this time of day, you're live. Because normally you're out either picking eggs or working on the garden about this time, right?
Yeah, I am. I usually go take care of the girls and take them an evening treat. So they'll get their treat after this. So they'll be taken care of. But
oh, okay. What's their favorite treat? Bananas? Watermelon?
Mealworms. Mealworms.
They eat a mealworm over watermelon? Oh, come on. Those chickens ain't from the South then.
No. Do you know how long it took me to get them to even eat watermelon? I had to put mealworms on them. Aunt Lynn will tell you, my chickens are kind of like little snobs.
So. Oh no! Oh, so you have a bunch of divas out there running around.
Yes, Coco is a diva, especially. That's why she's ill.
Oh no!
I pick up and she'll just sit like on my shoulder. It's funny. She is something else. I have a video that my aunt has seen where my husband walked outside and she was just sitting on the shoulder, and she just got done with Broody jail, and he literally had her. He opened the door or the gate and walked around to where the coop was at, and he put his arms straight out. And he said down, and she literally just flew down and went onto her coop.
Sounds like
a diva.
Yeah, it's gonna sound like a Well, I mean, I didn't know they had a diva class of chickens, but now we know. Glenda's got them.
And how I ended up with them, I don't know. Yes, see, Aunt Lynn will say it. Yes, they are truly diva chicks.
Diva chicks. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a rooster?
No, I don't. So I live in a subdivision, and my chickens are not in the city limits, because in my city they are banned. But my neighbor owns a farm, and she knew for years that this has been a dream of mine, and So she came down in January of 2020 and said, "Would you like chickens?" And I went, "Well, yeah, but I can't have them." And she said, "No." She said, "Me and my husband, we're going to come down and we're going to stake out a plot of the land that we can't get the farm equipment down, and we'd
Right.
like for you to put a chicken coop and some chickens on our property, and have some chickens. Have yourself a little flock." And yeah, I don't need a rooster. So anyhow, to keep the peace with my neighbors, I don't have a rooster, but everybody knows I own chickens in my neighborhood, and there's not anything anybody can do because they are 15 feet off my house, but they are in the county.
So
So
they're probably not putting out very many eggs right now if they're molting, right?
no, I might be getting 1 to 2 eggs a day right now. We have
Wow.
slowed way back.
Right.
I have 9 laying hens, and yeah, I wanted 6. I have this funny story. So it's a new chicken keeper problem. I
Yeah.
wanted 6 girls, and everybody told me get a couple extra because they'll die as baby chicks and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay. So then I ordered from Meyer Hatchery, and they had a meal maker, and I thought it was food,
Yeah.
right? So I get my chicks, and I had ordered 8, but I got 9.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
a plus.
Yeah, meal maker means a free bird where you donate eggs and to somebody in need. And I didn't know it until 4 weeks into the thing. And I didn't kill any of my chicks. So I have 9. I wanted 6, but I have 9. Yeah.
Wow. Well, so you're basically sharecropping. You're sharecropping over there
Yeah.
on that land.
I
Yeah,
am.
we live on a 1/4 acre, so we can't have any chickens either. We live in a
No.
subdivision. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about what we've got. Well, we have 1/3 of an acre.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
yeah, but we can't have them. We live pretty close to some major cities that allow chickens,
Right.
but our little farm town doesn't allow them, and it doesn't make any sense.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah. So I know you're still young compared to me, and but is that your goal? Is your goal to eventually get out into the country? Or are you going to stay where you're at? What's the future plans for your, if you will, your channel or your homestead?
Well, we've been looking at properties with the market right now. It's not feasible to go ahead and move out, but it is a dream of ours to have some land,
Right.
just so that way, we can have more chickens, and I'd like to have bees, but I really don't want any other farm animals.
Right.
Just to keep it simple.
Well, I don't know if you heard. I'm going to keep you a little secret.
Okay.
The chickens is the gateway. Just saying.
Yes, it is.
Saying.
It is.
You heard it here. You heard it here first, folks.
It is.
She's got chickens, but you know what's next?
It probably would be.
She loves bacon. She loves bacon. I know she does.
I do love my bacon. I do love it. I mean, do you love bacon?
Oh my goodness. I mean, you could wrap a watermelon in bacon and I'll eat it,
Well, now that does sound good. Bacon wrapped watermelon. I mean,
Yeah.
Maybe.
I love bacon anything.
So do I.
And when we just got back from Kentucky, right? That little meetup they have there, and I got me some bacon. What's it called?
Tomato bacon jam.
Tomato bacon jam. Oh my goodness!
Oh, now that sounds so good.
So that's what you can do with some of your tomatoes. Make some tomato bacon jam, and Casey over Boots and Bounty has the recipe.
Yeah, she has a video on it.
Has a video.
I'm making a note. So
I'm telling you, it's not like anything you've ever tasted.
And I don't care for bacon, but
You don't.
I mean, I tasted it, and it's got a little bit of a ketchupy kind of
Sweetness.
flavor, but
ooh.
I mean, it was okay.
And I eat bacon, everything. She eats no bacon.
Nah, I don't.
If she gets a sandwich in the morning that has bacon, she rips it out of there and gives it to me. I'm serious. And so for her to somewhat like that tomato bacon jam, it was good. So I would check that out if nothing else, especially if you got all those tomatoes you don't know what to do with.
Yeah.
I have no idea what to do with it. It really was Tomato-geddon this year. I'm like, what do I do?
Well,
So now the soup we made I had a jar of it was tomatoes and celery.
Yeah,
Ooh.
tomatoes and celery.
Jar, and so I put that in instead.
That was
added the extra water.
That was
liquid.
a stock for our soup that she made for the soup timber. It was a
Oh,
tomato celery.
yes.
Yeah, and it came out really good. And the other thing is, I don't know if you've seen our video. It's called the Casino Pro. It's this little device we found. We found this at a thrift shop, still brand new in the box for $9.
Oh,
And,
yes, I saw that.
Yeah, and
it's red.
It strips all the stuff away from the tomatoes. Yeah, so
that's just tomatoes and celery.
Tomatoes.
So it was in.
Oh, that looks so beautiful.
One of the books, so I have to.
Yeah, I mean it's good all the way to the bottom.
I would say that absolutely looks gorgeous.
So I mean, it's got you can see all the celery in there, but just the combination for the soup starter was perfect.
Yeah,
instead of just adding water.
I bet that looks so good.
Over here.
Let's see.
Back in March is when I did them.
Made this back in March.
One of my first things I pressure canned.
Now that I got the water laying down, you can see how chunky it is in there.
That is so beautiful.
It came out awesome.
And he doesn't care for tomatoes.
And I don't like tomatoes. Well, I say I don't like them. I don't like tomatoes in my hamburgers. I can't stand a tomato in my hamburger.
No? But what if you wrap it with bacon?
Nope, I won't eat it.
No.
I won't eat it. No, I love tomatoes. I just don't like them in my hamburgers because, let me tell you why. There's a reason. Tomatoes are always wet and soggy. It gets the lettuce wet and it gets the bread wet, and I just can't stand that. I like to bite in a hamburger that does not dissolve in your hands.
Okay. Well, you sound like my husband. The same. You and my husband would get along just fine with your burgers.
Yeah. No, but
he don't like tomatoes. In fact, I made homemade sandwich tonight with like the bread and everything, and put Italian seasoning on top, and then I had some heirloom tomatoes sitting out. And rambling with the drums.
Scott's here. Scott's here.
Welcome. So anyhow, yeah, I'm like, oh, look at these beautiful tomatoes, and he's like, he wouldn't even put them on a sandwich.
So I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah,
I know your husband to a T, because we're the same way. Oh, also, when we did the Casino Pro and it separated all the skins and seeds away from the pulp and juice.
Yeah,
this is what we got.
So I dehydrated them.
So this is dehydrated tomato skins. We dehydrate them, then she ground them up in a little, like a coffee grinder.
Yes,
it makes perfect powder for soups. For just chili, anything you want to add a little tomato flavor to. Maybe even you could add it to some barbecue sauce or whatever.
I do that, and I put mine in the freeze dryer. I love that tip. I'm glad that you brought that up, because that is like the best tip.
Nothing goes to waste, so we didn't waste nothing on that tomato. It all went to something.
Yes, that I'm glad you said, because I did that with a soup recipe, and I put it in because I needed some tomato paste, and that was like what I used for tomato paste. Now what's that?
These are tomato slices.
Tomatoes,
but dehydrated. These are just dehydrated.
I put some Italian seasoning on them. So.
You can eat them like chips if you want to. If you want to eat them like chips, or you can put them in soups, or you can cut them up and put them. I guess like in taco meat. You can put some tomato, cut it up, and put this in taco meat while you're cooking it for tacos. So there's so much you can do with tomatoes.
There is. Now that one, you know what else would be good with that is if you hydrated it just a little bit, put a little bit of olive oil and some Italian seasonings, and then had like brie cheese. I bet that would be good.
Oh yeah, you're right. You know what? I'm just thinking about it. Since it's like a chip, you could probably throw it in some salad too.
Oh, instead of like croutons,
it's like a crouton
crunch.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah, but it would get. I mean, it's not real crunchy now, but it softens up
Yeah, as soon as,
you're
as
eating
soon
it
as
with
you
the
put it in your
saliva.
mouth, it's going to soften up because you're hydrating it.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
The
right.
tomato flavor is really fresh
Really
still.
fresh.
I think that- Oh, that sounds. You know what? I did that with the freeze dryer this year, and I tell you, just having that freshness.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
Lynn. We forgot to put a disclaimer. Yeah,
Aunt Lynn.
this live stream may cause you to want to go hangry.
I know, I know. Well, Aunt Lynn knows where I live at, so I guess I'll just have to give her some. Just
Okay,
come on up.
so this is your real aunt, not just you don't just call her Aunt Lynn. She's
No,
your
she's
real biological family. Okay.
yeah. She's my mom's sister, and they have a show called The Ann Lynn Show. And they had YouTube long before I did, and they're just two sisters. Don't be putting sad face, Aunt Lynn. So
I think I saw her. Was she the one that went with you and y'all did a little walkthrough video through Connecticut or not Connecticut? Where was it? It
we
was
were
a
in
small town,
Madison. Yeah, we were
probably.
in
Yeah,
Madison, Indiana, is where we were
Indiana.
at.
That's where it was at. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that.
yeah. So we had a girls' getaway. She is a second mom to me. My mom and her are very close, but growing up, it was like when I wanted to go somewhere away, I'd go sleep at Aunt Lynn's house, and so it was just kind of she just has boys, so I'm kind of like a daughter to her, and so anyhow, we're very close. And in fact, we just saw each other yesterday. Yeah, shameless plug. I gotcha. So anyhow, yeah, we actually we have parties together and like Christmas parties, and we're planning right now one for the ladies in our family. And
Belt loop. The tomatoes you're looking at. Oh, that's my alarm.
I love it. We're
My
dog
alarm
people.
goes off every time somebody comes around. But anyway, so Belt Loop said may try those were Roma tomatoes. All the tomatoes we use were Romas.
Yes.
So I don't have any property, so I get all my vegetables and stuff from the farmers market. So we visit the farmers market quite often, and in fact, we got a couple of videos out there with that, so you can go check that out. But yeah, they were all Romas pretty much, and we would get probably one of those big crates for like $10.
25 pounds.
Yeah, like 25 pounds.
That's not bad at all.
And I didn't have to go out there and pick them. I didn't have to grow them. I didn't have to plant them. I didn't have to go to it.
No, oh my gosh, what you got a deal. I mean, you did get a deal. We have Amish, like they'll set up like on the side of the road and then they sell tomatoes. And that's actually before I had a garden. That's what I did. I went and I would just find the Amish on the side of the road and purchase the same way. And it was so good. So good.
Whatever works.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Ann Lynn's show is hilarious. Yes. Ronnie, they are two sisters, and my mom lives in New York State. And so she moved away. Shame on her, right, Aunt Lynn? But they started it together, and they would do silly little skits. There's one called Grandma's Gravy is a skit that they did just for fun. And it's based on a song that my cousin, her son, wrote about actually going to my grandmother's house and having, biscuits and gravy. So it's based on the gravy from that. It's hysterical. So but they get together and they just laugh and they interview people, and right now they're checking out channels, but
let me tell you of a good channel, Lynn, you can check out. It's called Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. I'll guarantee you're gonna like them folks.
I actually know she stalks you guys. I don't know if she. I actually know she stalks you guys because I get the inside scoop.
Yeah. She's a lurker.
She's a lurker.
I was gonna say she's a looker, but you said she's a lurker. Okay.
She's a lurker. So Aunt Lynn, start commenting so that way. I do know she's checking you guys out. So
no, I'm playing. They're terrible. I'm telling you.
Well, but Aunt Lynn is an Army vet as well.
Is she? Well, congratulations. That's me. Army. Look at that.
Yep.
All the way.
She's an Army vet.
Right.
Yep. Yep. So just but my mom, she married an Army guy, and so that's who she's married to. So we have a lot of military in our family.
I met Lisa when I was in the Army.
Did you?
Yeah, in Germany.
Oh my God. Oh no. Okay. Were you over in Germany, Lisa?
Yes, she was over there.
Oh
She was just
wow.
wandering the streets one day, and she had her thumb out, and I was driving around near the Autobahn, and I picked her up.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
No, I was stationed with her brother, and her brother and I worked together. One Saturday morning, they walk into the barracks that we had CQ duty, charge of quarters, and they walked her and this other German girl walked in, and I said, well, "Who's walking in the building here?" And her brother says, "Oh, that's my new wife and my sister." So she had gone down to the for the wedding, and that's when I met Lisa.
Oh my goodness, what an awesome story.
And I don't see how, but she said it was love at first sight. But hey, I'm okay with that if she says that.
Or infatuation, or yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I met mine at an Army base.
Uh-oh. Check you out.
Yes.
Which Army base?
Well, I was a little girl. Fort Devens, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, yep.
Yep. It's closed, but that's actually where I met my husband, Dad.
Okay.
Our dads were in the Army.
I was gonna say you're an Army brat?
I am.
Well, okay.
Yep. And my husband, we weren't married back then, but we lived next door to each other, and we were friends. We were in kindergarten together. We go way back.
Y'all go way back.
Yeah. Yep. And then we got married, and he joined the Air Force. So we did the Air Force ride for a while, and then he medically retired out. So now we're done.
Yeah, so I don't know very many Air Force. Well, I was stationed on an Air Force base in Germany when I met her. I was at the Spangdahlem Air Base.
Spangdahlem, okay, yeah.
Spangdahlem Air Base. They have Spangdahlem. They have Ramstein. They have
Landstuhl.
Yep, they have a bunch of Air Force bases over there. And I was in the headquarters battery, and for the 62nd Air Defense Artillery, and we had batteries all the way around the airport. The Air Force Air Base. So that was our charge to protect the air base. And so Germany was awesome. We had a great time over there, and went to Fort Hood. I did my basic at, I don't know if Lynn knows this, but I went to basic at Fort Knox, Kentucky, which is where
a lot of people did.
Which is where they filmed the movie Stripes. So if you saw the movie Stripes, they were filming that movie while I was in basic training.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. We were at Davis-Monthan in Tucson, Arizona, and we were there when they were filming Transformers. We got to see the film crew. Yeah, they filmed Transformers there.
Well, in my senior year of high school, we couldn't get close enough, but we were able to get close, but not close enough. In my senior year of high school, they filmed the movie Urban Cowboy with John Travolta right down the street from where we lived.
Oh my gosh. You should have been able to go down there, but wait a second. No.
Yeah, I was wishing I could have got in there as kind of an extra, or somebody mingling out there in the dance floor or whatever.
It was down at Gillies, wasn't it?
It was down at Gillies. Yeah. And I'll tell you another little funny tidbit. So they filmed the movie there in the 80s, right? It was 1980 or 81. Uh-oh. Another dog.
All good. We're dog people. I'm surprised mine aren't going off.
And in the movie, they go into the Waffle House. So the Waffle House there on Spencer Highway, and they have a little deal there. Well, that Waffle House is no longer there. They tore it down.
Okay.
Gillies, where they had the dancing and all that stuff, that's no longer there. In fact, the last thing that brought it down was a fire, and I was in the fire department, and I got to fight the fire that brought Gillies down.
Oh my God!
I know. I think we actually have the recordings, but it's on those old VHS tapes.
Yep.
Oh wow!
So, yeah, I've had a lot of things happen, boy.
I have too. I have a lot that I can't go too far into because I don't want it to come out political, but I've met a lot of people, and for
No, Lynn, it wasn't black and white. It was color. I
but
know I look old. It wasn't that old.
I did get to meet Tom Hanks a couple years ago, and
Oh.
yeah, at an event that I was at, and my son, he said, Mom, he said, I would like for him to do a Snapchat filter with me. And I'm like, honey, please don't, because I don't want you to embarrass me. I was with the foundation that I represent. And he's like, oh, I'm still going to ask Tom Hanks. And do you know he went up to Tom Hanks and he said, I'd like to do a Snapchat. And he goes, yeah. And so they sat for a few minutes doing Snapchat.
Really? Oh,
Wow.
my goodness.
And then he came back and he goes, Mom, don't ever tell me don't. I'm like, well, gosh, I learned my lesson. But I guess the two of them just had a great time, just having fun. And
Oh, that was nice.
yeah, very, very nice guy.
And you do know he likes Dr. Peppers, right?
No, I didn't. Really?
Dr. Pepper's his favorite drink.
I need to make a note of that. I have a reason. I'll tell you later, but
Yeah, but
no, but if you watch the movie Forrest Gump, he likes Dr. Pepper. I'm not a smart man.
I forgot about that in the movie.
Well, we don't know for real life.
Yeah, in the movie he loved Dr. Pepper.
I know how to ask that question, so
Yeah.
we got to meet Gary Sinise in Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yes, Lieutenant Dan. Yep. Really nice guy. Hi, Drunken Chef, and hi, Growing with Hudson. We were at a big event, and so we got to meet him there. And my husband's dog. My husband has a service dog,
Right.
and he just kept staring at my husband's dog, and it was so funny because it was like he was like, do I ask? Do I not ask? Do I ask? Do I not ask? And so he didn't ask to pet the dog, but you could see him like, because my husband's dog is cute. He's got these cute little beady eyes. But anyhow, we've got a picture with Lieutenant Dan, and we have one with Forrest Gump, as I like to say. We've got the pair. Two totally different events. But
yeah, that Forrest Gump is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, I love it too.
The Godfather.
And The Godfather. My all-time favorite movie is The Godfather. I'm a Godfather fanatic. I just love that series.
Well, that goes with your name being the Mod Father.
There you go. But in fact, so I think I said something about me loving The Godfather, and then Craig from Craig's Cabin over in UK came up with the moniker. He said, "Hey, we're going to start calling you the Mod Father," because I was modding at the time, and so it just stuck.
I love it. I love that name. That is actually an awesome name.
Yeah. So Kevin over at Tuber Chat says, "Oh my goodness, I wish I'd have thought of that name first."
Shoulda, coulda, afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just, a lot of people call me Grace, and I answer to that. But
so let me ask you that: how did you come up with your channel name, Grace and Fire?
So I am a caregiver. My husband was disabled due to combat service, and this life as a caregiver role is very difficult. And and being a veteran, I have to deal with the VA a lot, and I'm not saying anything bad about VA, but I'm constantly, dealing with different medical providers, and
that's
also
a battle itself.
Yeah,
it is. And then I also had coming out of the military system, that transition was even difficult too, and dealing with command and whatnot. So years ago, I came up with a saying that she is a woman of grace, even in the heat of the fire.
Oh, that's neat.
As far as being a caregiver, and so a lot of people don't understand, just the amount of pressure that gets put on us, and then not having that support, and kind of being I mean, I was a military spouse, but
right,
but it's a different role, it's one
right.
that you don't prepare for. I'm just going to say it like that. And So yeah, I just, I always consider myself a woman of grace, but that heat of the fire is just like these battles that I have to deal with at all times, and then dealing with the medical conditions and trying to make those decisions at all times, and then just, maintaining that
Right.
who I am. So yeah, that's where Grace and Fire came from.
So,
That's
but
neat.
you,
That's
but
really neat.
your role as a caregiver, that was, I know obviously it was bestowed upon you, or it was given to you,
Yeah.
by, by fate, right?
Yeah.
Um, but was it very hard to transition from you take care of you and I take care of me to me taking care of us? Was
Yeah.
that
And we had a
transition, was it hard or?
Yeah, it's extremely. And we had kids too. So we were raising a family as well at the
Right,
time.
right,
And so, yeah, I went from, it was a partnership, and
right.
everything to
Everybody,
medical
you both had your role.
decisions.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. We split everything in half. My husband and I were always 50-50.
Hmm.
And just as you do in a marriage, you
Right.
give and you take, and so then it turned into I had to take everything on. I mean, every decision that gets made in the household, it comes right through me now because I do it all. And then I have to work with multiple medical providers. And I have to make those decisions. In fact, I was just dealing with a medical right before I came on live tonight.
Hmm.
And then I have to make sure that, he's okay,
Right.
obviously with his conditions, and make sure he's taking his medicine. And then, we have a service dog, so I'm taking care of that, which is
Now,
where homes, go ahead.
now is he 100% blind or just partially blind? 50%? Does he have one good eye, one bad eye, one, or,
Great question. Great
I
question.
had cataract surgery this morning, so I can relate somewhat.
Sure, sure. So he had a traumatic brain injury, and so his vision loss is due to that. It bases on the blood flow in his brain,
Right.
and so he can see 4 feet within 4 feet on a good day, but sometimes it completely shuts off. It's not
Wow.
actually his eyeballs; it's coming from the brain
From the
signal.
brain. Right.
Yeah, which it
Wow.
makes it much more difficult
So he can't drive
for people
then.
to.
Oh,
He
no.
can't legally drive. You won't give him a
No,
driver's license.
no, he's declared legally blind by the VA,
Wow.
and he turned his license in when they did that. It was a hard moment for me. I actually cried the day that he did that because that meant, okay, this is it.
Yeah.
And there was no cure for it because it is a brain. You can't go have
Right.
surgery, when it's your blood flow in your brain.
Yeah.
So.
They can just help you,
So
work
much.
through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we have a really good team of doctors and providers that help us out. Thankfully, we've had to weed them out, but as you do,
Mm.
so I've told everybody, you can't leave, you can't leave. We like you, at this point
Yeah.
in the game. But really supportive with the vision. I'm actually very impressed with that. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you carry yourself well, and was telling Lisa, you sound like a school teacher almost. No, you're very uh, detailed, and you're very methodical in how you deliver a message and stuff. So I can tell that you've had to you've had to think a lot about what you're doing, what you're saying, and
And how to
it
say
comes
it,
and how
yeah.
to say it comes across. And so I can see how that would help you in being a caregiver and talking with all these different
Yeah.
organizations like the VA and so forth.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm also an advocate. I don't know if you've ever checked out the Elizabeth Dole Foundation, but I am an Elizabeth Dole Fellow alumnus, which means I represent military and veteran caregivers. So I go out and I give speeches and I do booths and share the resources that I have to help others within my community. Because what I found is that when this all began, there was no resources. Through the Elizabeth Dole Foundation, they now have the resources available for all of
so
us.
is that only in Indiana, or
No,
is that
it's in all 50 states, including Puerto Rico and the Philippines. So it's everywhere.
wow?
So there's
So
somebody
you
representing each state. Mhm.
somewhere.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's a chapter or organization in each state.
No, the organization is based out of Washington D.C., and then there are fellows, military veteran caregivers from all over that goes in, and we share our stories. I can't. This is kind of hard to say after January 6th, but we stormed the hill, as the saying was
Yeah,
before
it's a
everything.
different
But you have to
meaning
be
though.
careful. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
it's a
different
different
meaning.
meaning. But we share our story on Capitol Hill as well to get legislation passed. We were able to get the caregiver program to expand to all eras of caregivers. It used to be just post 9/11 at the VA that they would help. But now it's all eras as it should have been to start
So,
with.
Yeah.
so who do you have any, if you will, major celebrities that support this org, like Lieutenant Dan or even Forrest Gump? One of those
Actually,
people.
yes, yes. Tom Hanks is he's our key speaker for the foundation, which is
Cool.
actually how I met
That's
him.
awesome.
Yeah, we were at a huge event in Indianapolis when I got to meet him for the first time. Yeah, he is one. Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show. If you look at like the Today Show's website, you'll find out information that pieces that they've done. Um, so they're a huge one. But then you have different companies, American Airlines, Phillips. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Joel Osteen Ministries. There's just a whole list of them, whole list of
Yeah.
people,
Well, that's
that
good
come
because
through.
that's the kind of support you need. Well,
Mhm.
for getting the word out and visibility, and that helps a lot. And
Yeah.
people remember that. Oh, that's Tom Hanks' deal, or that's Lieutenant Dan's deal, whatever.
Yeah.
And 'cause I know both of those folks are real. They're real big advocates for a lot of different organizations.
They are. They are. Tom has a real passion for the caregivers, and in fact, I was trying to think where he has a saying. Well, I'll have to post it later. I
You
can't
know,
seem to find my card, but he has a saying basically that if we can take care of our veterans, why aren't we taking care of our caregivers? And it's along those lines. I'm paraphrasing his quote, but yeah, he has a huge, huge heart. And when I say he's the real deal in person, he's the real deal. But there are others that have come through too. Um, just through the years that have wanted to know something about the foundation, and they've
you know.
signed on to help. Yeah, Gary Sinise works with vets. He
Hmm.
in person. I can say that I know that he also helps with TAPS, the organization. It's a
Hmm.
nonprofit. When you get out of the military, you do TAPS. When
Hmm.
you remember that.
Yep.
So, but there's an organization called TAPS, and it's for those of the families of the fallen. And so I have a friend who lost her husband, and I know that through Gary Sinise's foundation, they got Christmas because of
Wow.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he helps with the vets. He also helps with active duty. Doesn't he help with vets and housing? I think so, but I don't want to say that because I'm not 100% certain. Another one that's real supportive that I've met is Chef Robert Irvine, and he has the support. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but
I know the name. I don't know the person, but I've heard the name before.
yeah. Now he's not with the Elizabeth Dole Foundation, but he helps
Eh,
with other organizations.
Now you go talk about the caregivers. What's the one with the Twin Towers organization? Um, it, it, it's for the veterans, but it's for the I can't
Oh,
remember.
is it the burn pits one?
No, it's the tower, two towers. They their logo is send $11 a month to help the fallen veterans. Oh my goodness,
Oh,
I can't remember that.
I bet I know, and I just can't remember.
Yeah, but anyway, I was thinking because they basically what they do is when somebody falls, a first responder, being in military or fire or any, they support the family. So, be it whether they're fallen or they were severely handicapped or come back, wounded so much that they had to have their house rebuilt. I was wondering if they were one of the organizations that helped you guys out as far as the caregivers are concerned?
Um,
Wounded War? No, not Wounded Warriors. No,
Wounded
not
Warrior Project does.
That's
Let me
different.
see. I can get the list. I'm sure. Let's see. Oops.
Tunnel to towers. That's it, Stone. Close
Okay.
tunnel to towers.
Okay.
Yeah, it originally started out as the emergency responders or the first responders, and they help not only those folks but military wives and families whose husband came back wounded or disabled or whatever. And I was wondering if they were, ones that might help the caregivers.
I am not sure off the top of my head because I'm gonna tell you, Jesse, the list is extremely long for me to remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's hundreds of foundations and organizations, and it's just hard to remember them all.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's see. I'm looking on the website to see if it gives me. I can't
Hello,
seem
Brenda.
to find it, but that's okay. Hi, Brenda. And hey, Suburban Homesteader. Let's see. It is not pulling up the list, but I know that it is. Oh gosh, there's quite a few. National Coalition Partners. I wish that this would list it. It doesn't. Let's see. Let's do it this way. National Coalition. I know Wounded Warrior Project is. I know Yellow Ribbon Fund is.
Yeah, surgery went well. Brenda, I still have an eye. It's still there. No, I mean, I'm still a little bit, they really dilate. It's not when you go to the doctor and get your eyes dilated so they can look. No, they put three sets of drops in your eye, three different times.
Oh my gosh.
And that's not the worst part. That's actually the good part.
The most pain he felt was.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me finish before you do this. Then the doctor that wheels you to the back to not the doctor. He's one of the nurses. He comes in with this little bitty bottle, and it's the last juice that they put in your eye to really numb your eye. And it's like throwing salt water in your eye. It's like, oh my God. And I mean, but once
a drama queen.
I'm a drama queen. No, but once the pain goes away, it's fine. It's like, wow, I don't feel nothing. But no, they stuck me 3 times trying to find a vein to put the IV in.
Oh no, that's the worst. That's the worst.
The only pain he felt was that.
No, No, I mean, that's the worst. When they can't get it on the first try, I'm like,
I was screaming like a banshee. I mean, it was that bad. She hit me twice on this side. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then it's not the stick; it's when they start moving it around. Oh my God!
I tell them, get the butterfly.
It's like a hot poker. It's like a hot poker. That's what it feels like on your arm. And they did it twice on the head and then once on this guy. The guy that came in and laid it, here, let me take care of it. Let me get it. I get it. And he sprayed some stuff on my hand and he stuck it in there. It was like nothing.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
That was the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, he could play racquetball in my eye and I didn't feel nothing. But that stick on your hand for the IV, that was killer.
But I tell you, get the butterfly. Get that butterfly, please. To quit poking.
Well, we didn't want to do it in the middle of the elbow because that's where you bend. And he said, if you bend it, you're not going to get your cocktail.
Yeah. Hey, next time I'm gonna say you do it right there in the corner of my elbow right there, and you strap my hand to the side of this gurney. I'm not moving it. You're not gonna do this top stuff of the hands. No.
And then did it leave a bruise? Because all that poking.
No, I was surprised.
This was kind of see a red there. It's kind of a bruise and it's red there, but it really didn't. Like I said, it felt like a poker, a hot poker from the fireplace.
Yeah, no,
I don't have as much sympathy because I had it done in June. So and they poked her 3 times on one of my.
She kept saying, "Jesse, take it like a lady. Come on,
take it like a woman.
Take it like a woman." Really?
I had my blood drawn the other day and I didn't feel it. Maybe you had the wrong person. I want to take this lady everywhere with me. I'm like, did you poke my veins? And she goes, I'm done. And I went, I didn't feel anything.
You know, I know the internet. I know the
Yeah.
internet is forever, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. If it's medically related, I don't have nothing to do with it. I do not like medical stuff. No, no, no. Take that to the bank.
Well, I deal with the medical all the time, and it's funny.
You can have it.
No, because my husband, he worked in the medical field. I'm like, I can't get away from it. This is not my thing. I'm very business minded. I didn't want the medical stuff too. So, I mean, I heard it all when he was working in the hospitals. I'm like, ugh.
Well, that's one business I don't have nothing to do with it anymore. And I still got to do the other one on the 13th.
Oh, that's right, because they do it separately.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
yeah.
Piece of cake.
What now?
It's a piece of cake.
But I'm gonna go in there next time and say, no, I want him to stick me.
Yeah.
I don't want that girl to stick me no more.
No, that'd be a different girl.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they have so many nurses and staff in there.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I would want somebody who's experienced. I'd ask them now, since we're going to get to know each other, because you're going to stick me.
Yeah.
How many sticks have you done?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I need to check your stick resume.
Yeah, I would. And what size needle? You know, like that'll freak them out. What size needle are you going to use?
Yeah. No, this one felt about as big as a straw. I mean, it was huge.
They're big.
Yeah. That's crazy town.
Yeah.
It takes longer to get prepared before, and then afterwards, then the actual surgery is like 9-10 minutes long. It's crazy. They do it so quick.
Now, do you have to do anything special afterwards?
I got these drops I got to put in
for 6 weeks for him.
For 6 weeks, I put one in. You got to wait 5 minutes. You put a different one in. So you like 2 drop every day. What, twice a day or 3 times a day?
3 times a day.
3 times a day.
Yeah.
So
his is a little bit different because his right eye is got something. What's it called? Pucker line something in the eye.
Yeah.
And
wow.
So his is different than what mine was. Mine was just drops like for.
See you, Sandy.
And his is just a little bit different. So.
Yes. Bye, Sandy. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I have dry eyes and I'm constantly putting in drops. So I'm like, can we stop with this?
Yeah. So before the surgery, I went to the doctor and told him I don't know why they call it dry eye, because my eyes are always leaking. But
isn't that weird?
They put me on Restasis. You might ask about getting put on it, and it's helped a lot, because Lisa will tell you I would rub my eyes constantly. Mm-hmm. And now I don't, not near as much or any at all.
Hardly
now.
At all, yeah.
But Restasis works good. It's a good little eye drop. You do once in the morning and once at night.
They had me on that, and now I'm on Sequa, which is a stronger version of Restasis.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. You've been promoted.
I've been promoted.
Wow, you must know a guy.
I do.
I can't get the heavy stuff. I'm still on a little. I'm on the mixed cocktail. You're the hard stuff.
We're looking at mixed cocktail. The next one, they're talking about like taking some of my drops of my tears out, and then making up some kind of like solution, like, and then giving it back to me. I'm like, that sounds weird. So stay tuned on the dry eye talk.
Wow.
Yeah. You paid more to have them stick you 3 to 4 more times.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, buddy. Hello, friend. Let's see. How do I put this guy in timeout? Let's see. User in timeout.
Now, I mean, that's, we don't need anybody passing out at this point. Not after all that.
And look at Lynn. She's showing me the needles again. Oh, okay. Thanks for the reminder.
That's a good buddy.
And she said she was your favorite aunt? Oh, my goodness.
She is. I mean, she's the only one. Well, no, there is another aunt, but the only blood one on my
Yeah.
mom's side that's here. So she's the old stuck with, just the one.
Yeah. See, Jen knows what I'm talking about. No thanks.
No thanks. I know. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I used to donate blood all the time. I used to be this super blood donor. Like every time the Red Cross would call me, okay, let's donate blood again. So
Oh yeah, me too. I did plasma for a long time.
Well, especially after we had, the big C.
The big C, yeah. Did that. That's what started it. And then I give blood every 2 weeks.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Every 2 weeks for plasma?
Every 2 weeks for plasma,
Wow,
yeah.
I didn't know that. I've learned something
Yeah.
new. Wow.
Every yeah, because they
Of course,
use
this wasn't what do they call it?
because see, they're taking the blood out, they remove the
Yeah.
plasma and put the blood back in. So
yeah.
that's why you can do it every 2 weeks. Now, if you're giving blood, you can't do it like every 2 weeks for blood.
No, yeah, it's every 6 weeks for if you're
Yeah,
doing
something
whole
like that.
blood. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then
But
you have to meet their criteria.
right.
But
Yeah, so this plasma was not the one that they would use for patients that
No.
had
My
Oh.
plasma was for research
medical
because they
to
were
make
trying
medicines and
to make
stuff.
medicines to fight the big C.
Oh,
But it wasn't-
wow.
what do they call it?
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, it's basically plasma that they use for research and the testing and all that kind of
Wow.
stuff.
Yeah.
And they need that just as much as they need plasma for
Absolutely.
normal patients, right?
Yeah.
Especially those
Absolutely.
that are cancer related. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
yeah.
think that's awesome. I didn't know they were doing that. I've learned something else new. That's really awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Because we need to get this under control. So,
Well, but so you only have a short window. So once you become positive, and then your
Antibodies.
your antibodies are they want the antibodies that you have because you were what do you call it?
I know.
I can't think of the name of it, but anyway, it's only a short window. Once you've taken your shot, your anti venom, the shot
yes,
to
Vaccination.
yes, the
vaccination first.
vaccination.
Once you do that, you can't do it anymore because now
Okay.
it's killed whatever.
It's counteracting the antibodies.
Right.
The
So
virus itself.
up until I got the shot, I was able to give plasma for the research that they needed to do for all that stuff. So, and that's
So
a pretty big deal here in Houston.
So once you've gotten the vaccine and then if you've had C again, can you donate again? Or is it because you've got the
I don't think you
vaccine?
can. Once you get the vaccine, it's it. You can still give plasma, but it's not used for research anymore. They would probably use it for something else.
I see. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Well, I just got over that for the first time, which is where my voice was, why it was gone.
Right.
I lost it for 3 weeks, and
Well, so then you're perfect candidate to give plasma now.
maybe. Well, no, not if you've had the vaccine.
Did you have? Oh, okay. I know you had it. Okay. But if
Yeah,
you didn't have it, then you'd be perfect candidate for that. And that's what they wanted. People who had not had the vaccine that were positive for the C.
Sure. Wow. Okay.
Well, I didn't mean to take up your whole your whole stream here. If somebody else wants to jump up, I'd be glad to jump down.
No. Just stay. I appreciate the conversation. I don't normally throw up the link, so this is nice. I appreciate you coming up and staying and hanging out. So no, just stay.
And the only reason I jumped in was because I knew you didn't know where that seasoning came from, but you don't remember. But you left me a comment saying, "I wish I could get me some of that some of that seasoning."
Did you not see me turn red? I mean, like I was turning red.
I did.
I'm like, I won this from the cook-off because I know I won one from the cook-off, but
well, you probably haven't gotten that one yet.
No, they're not.
No. They don't send those until after. They're sending all those after the end of the cook-off, the month.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I am sorry. I got that wrong. I will apologize right here and right now. No, that's not nice. I had forgotten. It was the C. I'm just gonna blame it on the C. I just got blame it on the C.
Yeah.
But I am so excited. Brown sugar bourbon. You know, I live in Bourbon County, or not county, but country. I live in Bourbon Country. So
Oh, really?
I love all things bourbon. So this is good.
That'll
Yeah,
work.
I like to cook with it. I don't actually,
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
I drink a little on the rocks, but I typically like to cook with it. And it's
yeah.
really, 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 really good. I make like salmon. There's a glaze that I make with that, and it's really good. And then I put it also in tiramisu as well. It's good. Just a little bit of bourbon.
You'll
And
like that on any meat that you cook, whether it be fish, chicken, beef. Your beef and pork are probably going to be the best, but I think it'll work on anything.
oh, I'm excited to
And,
use
yeah.
this brown sugar bourbon.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm glad you corrected me.
Well, because it didn't allow me to leave a note in there. When you purchase it, you didn't, unless you sent it
Yeah,
as
I
a
was
gift.
looking.
And I didn't want to send it as a gift because it really wasn't like a birthday gift or anything like that. So
Happy birthday!
happy birthday. No.
Oh, you shared my bourbon vanilla today. My aunt did.
Oh, okay.
Good. She had a friend. She was at my house yesterday, and she asked me if I had any extra bourbon vanilla. I make it. It takes me about 2 years, and I'm getting
You
ready
make it
to
with
bottle
vodka?
some
You make it with vodka or bourbon?
bourbon
just
all the
joking.
way. I get a big one of Evan Williams, and
Okay.
then I just put beans in it, and I let it sit for a couple of years,
And you
and
shake it like
then
you shake it like once a week, or yeah.
yep, and then and then I have some with vodka too, but
I got the good stuff.
so that's what I keep playing for. Now, with your last giveaway, I was like, if we win, I told my husband because he was in there too. I'm like, if we win something else and they still have the vanilla, keep playing because we'll exchange for that.
So we're gonna have Mennonite Farmhouse is hosting the September. They have the giveaway for the Mennonite Farmhouse giveaway on the 1st of October.
Day after tomorrow.
At 6:30. There's going to be 2 bottles given away during that giveaway.
Oh wow!
And then there's another bottle given away for the collaborators. And then on October 8th. October 8th, we got a giveaway for Danny Day's Homestead. And she's got a bottle there that she's giving away.
Wow.
So you just never know.
I'm going to keep popping around and keep trying to win because that's like, I would love to have some.
Do you know who won my very first bottle I ever gave away?
Oh gosh, no.
She's in the chat. She's in the chat.
It was a test.
And it was just a test.
Was it Jen?
Yes.
Jen
did.
I'd never worked StreamYard before, so I wanted to test it out. So I said, hey, well, might as well give a bottle away. And Jen was the first person that ever got, and she sent me cookies, by the way.
She's been the only one.
I knew about the cookies. I knew about the cookies.
Other than the Vineyard Chicks. Vineyard Chicks sent you the brioche.
Yeah, so the Vineyard Chicks, they had the vanilla, and they made me the brioche cookies, or what do you call it, crackers? I don't know what they're called. But yeah, Jen sent me, and she sent me a box of cookies, and not a single one were broken. She packed it in this snake in the grass kind of stuff, and it didn't move at all.
Oh my gosh! Now we need to have a video on how to pack cookies because every time I ship cookies, no, they make great ice cream toppings. Let's just put it that way.
She laid them out. I don't know how she did, but she laid them out in the Ziploc bag flat, right? So where they weren't like piled on top of each other.
Okay.
She did it kind of flat, and she layered the grass. Then she put more grass on top of that. And then she put something else on top of that. That just kind of kept it somewhat.
Paper towels help too.
Yeah, kept it from moving. So even if you moved it, the cookies were always going to stay flat. So I was surprised because they're chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, chocolate chip cookies.
And
years ago, I used to put chocolate chip cookies in the Ruffles or the Pringles cans and mail it that way.
Yeah,
and that would work.
No, these I just have them on there for display. They don't come with the bands, but no, if I send this out, anything we send out, we'll put bands in with it.
I like the bands.
Yeah, those
are really nice.
Yeah,
we just got them. Right before we went to Kentucky.
Yeah, we got different colors.
I like that one. That's pretty.
Well, I'll send you one.
We have
Oh,
purple
please.
too.
We got purple. We have youth size, and you have tiny little wrists. We got youth size.
Oh no, I got a big wrist.
Okay,
Yeah,
but we got
those are really
there's
nice.
greens and
There's green, blue, navy, black, a black and white one,
There's a bunch of them.
a light pink.
We'll
a
send you
dark
some.
pink, a purple.
I would love it. Now I sent out a package today to you, so you'll be getting one from me. But you get the first Grace and Fire sticker.
Woo-hoo!
Hey, and I know you should have
Thanks.
mine. I sent you mine a while back, so you should have. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
So Jesse actually gets the first Grace and Fire, and Lisa get the first one. So there you go. They just came in today.
Hoorah!
Yay.
So yeah, your package is in the mail as we
Wow.
speak. Yep. I've already dropped it. Been to the post office earlier today, and yep, you're getting something from us. Let's see here. You love chocolate chip cookies and a glass or two of ice cold milk. Yes.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And
yes.
and if you made those cookies with the vanilla that comes with that Mexican vanilla is the best. You know, the vanilla originated in Mexico. That's where this comes from. That's where this comes from, Mexico.
What kind of alcohol are they using in that? I'm just kind of curious.
Vodka.
So it is vodka.
The thing is this is 31.79 ounces. Right now in Kroger, our grocery store, 8 ounces of pure vanilla, not the artificial. The pure vanilla for 8 ounces is $19.99 for 8 ounces. That's that Adams or McCormick. One of those Adams or McCormick. One of the two.
McCormick.
$19.99 for 8 ounces of this stuff.
Oh my goodness. My goodness.
Probably $80 value right here. So when you win this, yeah, there's the grass.
Yeah, so when you win that, that's a good deal. So this is what he's talking about.
It looks like Easter egg.
Yeah,
but it's real it's like real dry grass. And she layered it in that stuff and
almost like hay, I guess.
Like hay.
It looks like aspen.
Yeah.
The aspen that I used to use for my chicken coop.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of looks like.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I mean, I'm not saying it's chicken coop, but it just reminds me of what I you know what I mean. I'm messing up.
It's clean, whatever it was, it's clean.
Yeah. No, for sure. But that's what it looks like, is the aspen grass.
Hey, Jen asked, is there a last chance cook-off tonight?
I don't know.
I hope we're not. Let me look real quick.
If there is, we want to be over there.
Yep, it's on right now. 11 minutes ago.
Okay.
So we probably should go over there.
Yep. And so everybody, let them know that you're from Grace and Fires. It's a love raid.
Thank you, Jen, for reminding us.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Love raid to Chris and Larry. It's Chris and Larry's hosting it tonight.
Yeah.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
It was a pleasure talking with you, Glenda.
Pleasure talking with both of you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it.
No problem. I'll correct anybody anytime.
I'm not afraid to admit I was wrong. Correct me.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. I'm so glad.
So when you get your winnings from the last chance, don't say it's for me.
No, I won't. But I might, just because. And I might have both of them up here. Take a guess which one came from where.
Yeah.
So,
all right, Glenda, we'll let you go.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Talk to you later.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me. And make sure you go over and let them know that I have sent you, and give them a love raid. And anyhow, you guys have a great night. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.